Yo, what up guys? Mike Hill, the Wholesaling Titan here, and in today's video, I'm going to talk to you about text messaging. Now, there is a very big disturbance in the wholesaling force that I've seen, a huge mistake that I see a lot of you making with your text messages. I want to isolate that and make sure you never do this ever. So in full disclosure, full transparency, I do not use mass text messaging, nor do I use RVM for finding motivated sellers. Reason being, here in Florida, very strict with that. There's some legislation that came out basically making that stuff illegal in the state senate. RVM being illegal. My mentor highly discouraged us from doing that. I don't question those things. I just kind of go with it. As well, there are like class action lawsuits for people using mass text blasting here in my market. It's not something I engage in. However, once I do make contact, I do utilize text services to automate my follow-up. But nonetheless, regardless of whether you're using it for mass blasting or using it to keep in touch with people and follow up, there are some huge, major mistakes. And one big mistake that kind of is the umbrella for all these things. So I got some screenshots that I've seen from other wholesalers posting on Facebook. I just want to go through some of these and see if you can spot the error. So let's go ahead and take a look. All right, so this first message, let's just go through this. So I had a conversation with my investors, so obviously not being the decision maker, that's an issue. They're very interested, being that the property needs a lot of work and is being sold far over market value. We'd like to start the offer at 65K. Start the offer, okay? That's not making the offer. You're obviously just telling them right off the bat that you can come up some more. In addition, that violates one of my biggest rules, which is to always control the paperwork. So if you're going to make an offer, you should write it up and send it in. It's a lot more likely that someone's going to sign, and then you know what's in the contract, you know your terms, and it gives less pushback when it comes to those types of negotiations. We offer a cash offer and quick close. Then they say, no, thank you. Rather than asking, well, like, why not, and following up, the property is in a less desirable area with a price higher than a fully intact home. I can't go any higher than 75K. So without getting any more information, finding out the actual objection, finding out the motivation, this person is automatically just jumping up $10,000, which also hurts your credibility as a serious investor, right? And I'm sure, this was just a screenshot posted. I'm sure this didn't go very well. Again, there's a bigger issue here I'm going to get to in a minute, but those are some of the things that jump out at me. So let's look at a couple more examples that are here, okay? Next one, this owner says, that's very low. Where are you looking to be on price? The offer is coming from an outsider looking in. Our goal is to maximize the deal on both ends. Let me know where you want to be and I will work with you. Tax assessment or above. Without further research, I'm able to increase my offer to 165. So again, we're not getting a number out of the seller. We're not learning their pain points. You're just trying to go up, and that's what leads to bad offers. There is room for increase on this amount if I'm able to view and inspect the property. Is it currently vacant? I live in the property. Okay, again, bigger issues. We'll get to that at the end. Hey, just want to see if you consider a cash offer. Yeah, if the offer is reasonable. Okay, great. Well, we purchase, now we're just vomiting information. We pay all the closing costs. There's no real estate commissions. Best part is we buy them completely as is. For an offer like that, how much would you take? No response. It looks like your home is 2,308 square feet. Is that right? Have you done your remodeling to the kitchen and bathrooms in the last 5 years? Say, whoa, all over the place. No remodeling in the last 5 years. And yeah, it's close to 2,800 square feet. Okay. Next. Baths the same size. How many are there in total? What are how many? What are how many? I'm sorry, beds and baths. I texted in the beginning. 3 and 6. My apologies. Messages came too fast. I just have a few more questions about the recent updates. You guys can read this stuff. I can take my notes to my partners, come back to you with an offer. Can you remember any improvements on bath, kitchen, blah, 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 all that stuff. Wow, seems like they're great income. Wow, great rental income. Why are you looking to sell or at least get an offer? Are any of them vacant? Like, just all these questions. Okay, I see. I too wish to retire with peace of mind as well when it's my turn. Can you tell me a little bit more about the property, just some of the basics, etc., etc.? Another thing that I see a lot is just basic grammar. Like, you guys don't realize, well, I'm sure some of you do, but that goes a long way in terms of the way you're perceived, your professionalism, things like that. So it's minor, but it's still important. Next, what's a good email for you? Put up $5,000 earnest money from the seller. Respectfully, I don't even put up $5,000 for $1 million acquisitions. I'm not sure if they're trying to like make themselves a bigger. A lot of times, it's a red flag for a lot of sellers. I'd be happy to put up $500 maximum let me know. I'll be happy to send you the agreement. Okay. And the next one, what is this? Basically justifying the offer on this one, the property. And for 310, when the house is worth around 325, 330, it just doesn't leave enough room for the investor to make profit. I'm telling you all this out of honesty. I understand the situation you're in with the property, so I wouldn't want to try to waste your time with a low number. Now, I could definitely give you a smooth transaction for a price in the high 200s, but that's if you're willing to go there. And then the last one, or second to last one, is one of my favorites. Hi, I'm a local investor. Sorry if this is out of the blue, but I just ran across property I believe you own. Would you consider offer off 550? Okay, are you willing to negotiate? 530. Understood. Can I ask where you got that price? What it's worth. Houses in that area for this sign is going for 460 fixed up. Have you done any? No answer. Have you done any repairs in the last 5 years? And then the seller says, okay, well, buy one of those. And next one, are you the owner? Yes. Hi, I'm Sally. How long have you had the property for sale? What's your name? Okay, why are you looking to sell? Then he said, I'm not really understanding the line of questioning. Are you interested in buying? Yeah, I am. That's why I'm asking the question. It's like, oh, how rude is that? And then a question mark after that, right? And so those are just some examples. So, guys, what I tried to do is, I went through that kind of fast, but trying to highlight some of the issues and reasons why these things are so scatterbrained. They're all over the place. But the overarching theme here and why this is problematic is that many of you are trying to create this deal and do all of your negotiation over text. Now, I don't want to use the word impossible, but it is damn near impossible to get a wholesale deal doing this style of text messaging. Very, very inefficient. You want to be building rapport. That's probably one of the biggest things, and it's very difficult to build rapport over text message. It's hard to convey tonality. A lot of these people are not asking the right questions. They're not going for the pain points, the motivation, throwing out random numbers, just increasing, not asking the seller, well, what would you take? Okay, well, what's a ballpark figure? And kind of explaining. It's just so all over the place. But again, the main issue is you need to get on the phone. Okay, pick up the phone. The reason so many people, and I'm saying this because I see it in my students every single day, is they're afraid to pick up the phone. If you want to do deals, you need to be picking up your telephone and actually talking to people. And that is the synopsis of this entire video. Now, I know that especially when you're first getting started, yeah, it can be scary. I'm not trying to tell you it's not. I'm not trying to tell you to ignore that feeling or pretend it doesn't exist, but it gets a lot easier. Those first couple of phone calls will be a little bit uncomfortable. It's just part of the process you have to go through. If you're doing anything, playing a sport, the first time you step on the field, it's not going to be comfortable, but you will get better over time, and there are ways to build your confidence. So with that said, I do have another video. I'm going to link to it either in like a card up here or at the end of the video, and also in the description below. Go ahead and watch that, because not only do I talk to you about the mindset, but I also give you some tangible exercises that you can do that will help you to really build up your confidence. Talk a little bit about like NLP and things like that, some rituals and some ways to really set yourself up to be more successful on the phone. Likewise, if you don't know what to say, I highly recommend that you take a look at my wholesaling scripts. I'll put the link in the description. You can grab those at wholesalingScripts.com. And that is built with, there's just a lot of psychology in those types of scripts. It's built from obviously years of me doing this the very wrong way, like doing saying all the wrong shit to people, getting yelled at, cursed at, all that stuff. So time in the trenches, but also through training with some of the best people in the business, including my mentor, Jordan Belfort, going through Grant Cardone's materials, and some of the guys at the top of their game. And I've kind of put all that stuff together and made it specific to wholesaling. In there, you'll see scripts for just about everyone you would talk to. So warm leads, cold leads, talking to cash buyers, talking to realtors, all that stuff is in there. You can also download my ebook with that. It's called Overcoming Objections. That gives you a general framework on how to deal with any objection. Remember, when we're talking to these sellers, a lot of sellers, they're not going to be honest with you, man. They're going to lie to you. They're not going to tell you the real reason. Oh, let me think it over, stuff like that. You want to keep following up with questions. Get to the know. Find out why they're not interested in selling. You got to kind of pull it out of them, and you want to proactively go after their objections and learn how to deal with them. So in that ebook, I also show you a a framework for overcoming any objection, but I also give you the exact words to say to the 13 most common objections that you're going to face as a wholesaler. And then there's also notes in there on like the tonality and how you should say these things, which is very important. So go ahead and check them out. Again, watch that video. I think it's going to be really, really helpful for a lot of you guys. If you got a little bit of value from this short video today, please do drop a like. Really appreciate it. And do, comment, share, subscribe. That's really appreciated. Hit the bell notification. Helps out that YouTube algorithm, and I appreciate it so much. So again, if you have questions, comments, leave them down in the section below. You can also leave me questions and comments in my free Facebook group. Just go to Facebook, search Wholesaling with Mike, and I will be there. I read every single one of those questions and I answer them. So make sure you leave me your questions, your comments. Thanks again for tuning in to another video, and I'll see you guys in the next one.